What's in your fire kit? Today I want to talk about your fire kit. To me, your fire kit is one of the most important pieces of gear that you could put together. I've got mine in a Black Hawk bag, and I want to show you what I carry, not only for my classes, but when I'm out in the bush. So here's a picture, a little close-up here of the Black Hawk bag that I carry this in. It's olive drab. I got it for 10 bucks. So what do I carry in here? Well, let's look. This is a complete fire kit. So first of all, I have this Gerber sliding saw. I have locked pretty tight. And this is probably the most lightweight folding saw that you can find. Gerber still makes something similar to this, although I think it has a couple holes for lanyard attachments on each end now, but this was $10 or $12 a few years ago. I also carry my ferro rod, which is 1/2 inch by 6 with my Speedy Sharp striker. Demonstrated that. I carry that in a belt pouch. I also have a pair of just thin deerskin-like leather gloves. And these are really great for picking up sticks, carrying things. There's always spiders and various sorts of things that you run into besides thorns, and if you've ever been out in the wood picking up sticks, you know exactly how you can get punctured, pierced, scraped, cut. So I like carrying a pair of gloves. I have a Ziploc bag full of tulip poplar bark. And if you know anything about eastern woodlands and tulip poplar, it is one of the few barks and natural tenders that will take a spark. I also carry in this pouch a large glass magnifying lens. Of course, as long as there's sunlight, you can start a fire thousands of times. It's an indefinite fire starter. I carry a small bundle of fat wood. I'll open this up and show you what I carry. I carry a large contractor size pencil sharpener. This is great for sticking a twig in, turning it, and making shavings. I also carry in here 2 Bic lighters. I have some fat wood cut down to size, and then I also have several pieces of birch bark. I have in here my bag of Instafire that I did a demo on. It will also take a flame, a spark, either one. I have a bag here, Ziploc bag of char cloth. Extra Ziploc bags for carrying dry twigs. Here I have a small vial in this bag, keep it separate, potassium permanganate. Along with, in another Ziploc bag, I have a small bottle of liquid glycerin, sealed up. Extra piece of plastic around the top to keep it from leaking. And of course, you know, if you've done any study on it, that glycerin and potassium permanganate causes an exothermic reaction, start a fire. Keep those separate. I also carry in here a little Becker SE knife, BK&T K-bar knife. It's important to have your tools with you, and I prefer to be a little tool heavy. I also have in here some of the Pathfinder mini Infernos. Many of you guys have seen these demonstrated. This will catch a spark from a ferro rod. I have in this just a match container, but inside of here I have cotton balls soaked with petroleum jelly. I also carry a light my fire little plastic box here of light my fire, and that is shavings of fat wood. Another thing that I carry, and I teach my students that they should always have, is in a Ziploc bag I have a bundle and I usually look at it as a bundle between my forefinger or my index finger and my thumb. A bundle of dry twigs of different sizes, from the tiniest up to about pencil sized. That way I am assured that I always have dry sticks with me if I need to start a fire. I also have 3 pieces of chaga tinder. You're familiar with this tinder that grows on birch bark trees. What's nice about this is you can not only use it for tinder, it will catch a spark, even a weak spark, and will hold it for a while. But you can also boil this and make chaga tea. It's very healthful for you, and then after it dries out, you can still use the chaga tinder as a fire starter. I carry a bundle in this Ziploc bag, actually double bagged, of jute twine. You can fluff jute up and it'll take a spark. I double bag it to keep everything really nice and dry. And then I also have an old 35mm film canister full of cattail fluff. And last but not least, I have this Silva. Got a compass on the end, and it is an aluminum match safe with strike anywhere matches. And so basically, as you can see, with this kit, I have a full survival kit in a lot of ways. I have a fire starter, I have a knife, I also have a compass, a saw, gloves, about everything I need to make shelter, start a fire. I can do it with this kit alone. And so when you're putting together your fire kit, I know I have a lot of elements here, and you say, why do you need that much stuff? Well, when I'm out, I like to practice with different methods of fire starting, but I also like to ensure that if absolutely necessary, I can start a fire. So why do I have so many items in my fire kit? It takes up a lot of space, but of course most of those items I would carry anyway. It just makes it convenient all in one place with a knife and my saw, the gloves. I generally carry those anyway. And the knife is a backup blade. It's not my main blade, but it's a small, nice, heavy-duty, full-tang, high-carbon steel 1095 blade. But one thing I've experienced, and anybody that's got any kind of experience in the outdoors will also verify, when you get to a place where you are camping, there may or may not be dry twigs, firewood, or whatever, or you could be in a survival situation where everything's wet. And so what I have found is by having my fire kit built up to a certain point, and I collect tinder as I travel and I put things together, and that allows me, when I get to where I'm camping at night, to just go ahead and start a fire. And even if things are a little damp, I've got what I need to build the flame up to the point where it's strong enough that even slightly damp twigs and wood will burn. So that's a little bit of the wisdom behind my fire kit and why it is put together the way it is. I hope you find this helpful. Thanks for watching. This is James Bender with Waypoint Survival. Please like and share and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate your support, appreciate your views. We'll talk to you next time.